right. Hey, folks, welcome back. We hope you enjoyed the previous session. I'm excited about this session because today we are here with Los Cabos and we're here with Susie Albin-Najera. Hey, Susie.
Hey, how's it going, Nicole?
I'm good. How are you?
Happy to be here. Happy that travel's back and people are excited. So glad to
Same
be here.
here. Same here. And you're coming to us all the way from, because we're on
All
two
the way
different coasts,
from.
all the way from California. You're in LA at the moment. So it's a little
Yes,
early for you, but thank you for joining us here.
my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. So tell us, Susie, tell us about who you are and the role that you play at the Los Cabos Tourism Board.
Okay, great. Well, I'm Susie Albin-Najera, and I am based in Los Angeles, California, in our LA office of Los Cabos Tourism. We created this office in 2019 as a business was booming to Los Cabos, and the trajectory of travel was going up, up, up. And interestingly enough, the Mexico Tourism Board offices that were in the US had dissolved in 2019. So Los Cabos said, we need presence in Los Angeles. It's our number one market. And so we created this office. And then all of a sudden, boom, COVID happens. But it was interesting because what you might think, oh, what are we going to do with this office? It was the exact opposite. It was such a blessing that we had this office, because it then was a point of communication. It facilitated a lot of information to travel advisors who were left thinking, what is happening? Now I have to understand, all of these rules and guidelines in countries that have been closed, and what do we do? So it was actually a blessing that we had this office, and we were able to support the travel community. So
I love that.
Yes.
In a time when everything is going home, everything is going home based or remote, it's nice to have an actual office where there are real telephones that people answer, right? So that's fantastic. So before you and I started this recording, we were chit-chatting a bit about how travel has changed in our cities, right? You in LA, me in Boston, and it's crazy, guys, right? So, but for Los Cabos itself, how has travel or the patterns of travel changed over the past couple of years?
Yes, interestingly enough. Okay, so Los Cabos closed for about a month and a half during COVID, and we reopened with a 5-phase recovery plan. And we also reopened with the health and safety protocols in place. And that means we initiated the certifications. We generated a lot of protocols, and the destination became top priority. Health and safety is always our top priority, but then this whole new level became an extra layer of top priority. So we were open essentially the whole time during COVID, which allowed us to safely receive industry and those who were comfortable traveling. It was important for us to showcase Los Cabos to the travel advisor community, in that the destination was safe. And hey, look, here's what we're doing. We've got these protocols from the airport to when you step off the airport to what it is like to travel during COVID. It was a frightening time for everybody. We didn't know what was happening and were we going to be safe. But the beauty of it was that we were able to welcome travel advisor community, and I'd say 100% of the travel advisors mentioned that they felt safer in Los Cabos than they did in the US. But it was so nice to show them all the protocols, from, hand washing, masking, the feet sanitization, the protocols in the room, the sanitization, the health and safety certifications from the local, regional, international, global levels that we had achieved during that time. So it was very comforting to the travel advisor industry, and we wanted to create that comfortability so they could go back to their clients and with confidence be able to, sell the destination.
I love that. So it sounds to me like the region as a whole the destination as a whole
Yes.
has made a lot of great improvements. What about, are there resorts or tours or experiences that have made similar improvements that you want to highlight?
Yeah. Yes, all of the destinations. So what happens is we worked with a company called Crystal Intertech, and it's a risk management company, a global one. And we worked with them very, diligently with our hotels, restaurants, activity providers, and on a level of a global level. We wanted to offer that certification to these businesses in Los Cabos in order for them to showcase the certification and let people know, let visitors know that they've completed this. I mean, these audits are intense. They have to go through rigorous audits, and it's not just one time. They have to recertify themselves. So in order for them to show the badge, they have to, complete this. There's a lot of things to complete. So they completed that, and then they display a badge. Like, for example, some of our activity providers, like Trans Cabo, we would do presentations, and they would show how they receive guests, sanitizing luggage, sanitizing the insides of the transportation, and, requiring, hand sanitizer. And so things like that created a comfortability when traveling. And our activity providers, I did some activities at the height of the pandemic because I wanted to see what they were doing. And they also displayed the, Safe Travels badge and other certifications that they've achieved. They did something like regulating the number of people who are going on tour. So it would only could be like 2 to 4 people going on a tour, and you needed to have social distancing and hand sanitizing every, certain feet and whatnot, things like that. Those were just whatnot. And it's interesting when you look back on that, you're like, well, we definitely adapted to all of that. And one of the things you and I just talked about previously was being adaptable during this time. I think it's nice because we all learned lessons in flexibility and adaptation, and meeting these requirements in order to, as a collective, meet the objectives of, the health and safety while trying to, keep the economy going and keep the spirits and morale going,
And also to, adjust to the expectations of the consumers and the travel partners, the travel agents who are sending their clients there. It's a huge responsibility, and they're all important, including the whatnots. The whatnots are super important, by the way.
Exactly.
So I see from your website, by the way, that there are some exciting events that are coming up, like you have Oysters and Bubbles and Sunlit DJ. Tell us, what are some of your personal favorite events? And what are some events that travel advisors want to say to their clients, hey, you don't want to miss this?
Well, I personally love the seasonal experiences in the destination, the natural ones that are more like whale watching, which is December through end of March, a little bit in the beginning of April, you might see some. But I think, to me, like, that's the most fascinating and beautiful experience that you can have in the destination. There were times where I did some fam trip or familiarization trips during that time, Q1, December through, January, February, March. And we went out on the sailing activity, and we have these pods of dolphins that just chase the boat. And then you see these whales that are breaching and jumping and making movements. And it's so beautiful to witness in person. And it's so funny. It's like you become a kid again because you're gasping at the majestic beauty of their movements. And it's something so simple, but so beautiful. And I personally love those, natural experiences in the destination. And then there's turtle release program that we have, and that starts more or less at the end of June, at the end of this month. And that's another beautiful experience that I think it's like a once in a lifetime type of experience, because you're participating in something so natural and so beautiful. You get to witness that in the destination. And this destination is super natural. we keep it very natural. We don't allow billboards. We keep people's eyeballs on nature, mountains, ocean, desert. So you get to see a lot of the nature, and that's something that we really take pride in.
Oh, I love that. And can I just say, if you can find some way to combine whale watching with oysters and bubbles, hello. but I will also say too that the turtle release experience, I've done that once with my boys, and they were much younger, but just the gleam in their eyes from seeing this, being a part of that, you're right, once in a lifetime experience. You know, I don't know if I'll ever do that again. It would be nice. And I hope they get to do something like that, if not that again. But it is that once in a lifetime experience, and just hearing and, learning about turtles and how, how their habitation, if that's the word for it, and how they, they hatch here, but they go out hundreds of thousands of miles into the ocean, and then they come back to hopefully hatch on that same beach that they were born, right? Well, not hatch, but, lay an egg, is that what you call it? Or several eggs, many eggs.
Right. They nest there. They nest there.
Thank you. That's the word. Thank you so much. See how much I learned. So, and to do that in a destination as beautiful as Los Cabos is just exciting. So I do also know that you have an array of luxury hotels and resorts, and you continue to grow. And you've had some recent additions like the Four Seasons and the Ritz-Carlton Reserve. And is it Zayden? Am I saying that right?
Yes, Zayden, Ritz-Carlton Reserve. Yes.
Yeah. Tell us more about those additions and how Los Cabos caters to luxury travelers.
Yes, and we've had some beautiful luxury resorts open in the last few years. Everything from Nobu Los Cabos, Montage Los Cabos, Four Seasons Los Cabos at Costa Palmas up in the East Cape. And those are incredible resorts that offer everything from, 5-star dining options, celebrity chefs, Michelin star chefs, things like that are amazing experiences in the destination. We have some new hotels coming to the destination also. We've got a Park Hyatt. We have a second Four Seasons coming. We have Amanvari coming next to the Four Seasons up in the East Cape. We have the St. Regis that's opening soon on the Pacific side too. So, we have, we're skewing toward a luxury destination. We are the #1 luxury destination in Mexico. So we have all the top global luxury brands in the world. So it allows us to keep the destination top with top amenities and services for that clientele. It does skew toward luxury, but we're a very family friendly oriented, destination as well. So
nice. Love that. Now, I know you may also have some travel advisor programs that they can take advantage of, but I'm not sure if you're going to talk about that in your presentation or not.
Yes.
You are? Okay, great. So we will save it for then. We will save it for then. Well, listen, because we could have this conversation for a while. I really enjoyed that chat. Thank you for that. Let's get right into your presentation, shall we?
Perfect.
Let's give the people what they came for.
Let's go to Los Cabos.
Yes. Here we go. Come on, Susie. I can get a flight out right now.
Yes, you can.
Don't play.
Lots of nonstops, that's for sure.
Yes.
All right, so we'll go ahead and share.
Great.
Okay. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Susie Albin-Najera, and I'm a manager of North America Leisure Travel with Los Cabos Tourism Board. And I'm based in Los Angeles, California, in our LA office. We opened this office in September 2019 in order to serve the growing demand for Los Cabos. We are a resource for the travel industry here in Los Angeles, and we really wanted to show our commitment to the travel advisor community with this office. We are the only tourism board in Mexico to have an official U.S. office. And I am in the LA office and available to address anybody's concerns, brainstorming, love to help with any type of training and information on the destination and provide critical information to the travel advisor community and to the B2C community as well. So some of the things I do in the LA office, I do quite a bit. So this is just the wheel of things going on here in the LA office and why it's so critical for us to have presence here in the LA area. I work with our marketing department, our sales and new business, influencer visits and VIPs, serve as an international liaison for the destination, social media and blog, and promotions, PR and media, special events, and travel advisor training, conferences, events, and opportunities such as that. Some Los Cabos updates. We were only closed a month and a half during the pandemic and reopened in June of 2020. So we were one of the only destinations open during COVID. It allowed us to quickly generate top of the line health and safety protocols to welcome the travel advisor community and consumers who were interested in traveling during COVID. 90% of our destination has been vaccinated that are 18 and above. And I will get to in a little bit, but we've got some new hotels to mention. We do have a curfew of 2 a.m. and we are the fastest recovering destination in Mexico. We've recuperated all of our inbound air connectivity, and we are adding new flights as we speak. What's new? Some of the things that are new. We've got a brand new nonstop direct flight from Madrid, Spain to Los Cabos. That's nonstop, launching June 20th and just in a few days. It's seasonal through October. It's on Avoris Iberojet with 432 seats. It's one time a week. And we are very excited to welcome this new market. We keep airline connectivity on our website, easy for the travel advisor community to know what flights are coming into Los Cabos nonstop direct. And we keep that updated on our industry section. We have a brand new gastronomy district in the San Jose area. It's called District 23400, which is the zip code of the area of San Jose Del Cabo. 22 restaurants are participating in this gastronomic district called, again, District 23400. All of the restaurants can be found on our website under restaurants. We have a new Los Cabos app, and that helps you locate or find activities that you may be interested in while in destination or before, and you want to look around and see what's offered. We also have new guides. These are online guides, digital guides for our travel advisors, our visitors guides, luxury, wellness, wedding, and golf. So these are amazing resources for the B2B and B2C industries. We also have a new eco-chic luxury wedding event venue. I had the opportunity to do a site inspection there. It's opening, actually it opened last month, and it's called Baja Luna. And it has capacity to hold about 1,000 guests. It's perfect for large events or weddings. It is a beautiful area with 200 mango trees, and it's spectacular. Also, just wanted to review really quickly the Los Cabos with Care section on our website, just to re-emphasize the safety measures that Los Cabos has and continues to keep top for the destination, from the local level to the regional to international to global levels. We received certifications such as COEPRIS, the Punto Limpio, the Safe Travels Badge, and the Intertech Cristal badge, and we were the first destination in the world to receive the Forbes ShareCare verified certification. So that was very special to us. Why Los Cabos? So Los Cabos is an easily accessible destination, and it's very close to the main markets in the US, within 3 hours or less from at least 22 main cities in the US. We have a quality of services that are high quality and a sense of space. We are located at the tip of Baja California Sur, and that allows us to have an exclusive destination. We are surrounded by the Sea of Cortez and the Pacific Ocean. Weather, can't beat the weather. It is sunny at least 350 days a year, which is perfect to plan for weddings, outdoor events, and especially the film community when you're filming a movie or branding for your brand. So we also have smaller and medium-sized hotels with an average of 220 rooms. We don't allow high rises, so the average is 6 levels or lower. And we have natural outdoor activities, as I mentioned before. We're at the Sea of Cortez. We have the desert, the mountains, the ocean, the sea. And the destination skews toward laid back luxury. So you get that vibe of high quality services, but in a laid back atmosphere. Celebrity hotspot? Yes, it is, because of the privacy, the security. They require a level of privacy that matters to them, and they trust Los Cabos for that safety. We have a balanced accommodation portfolio from villas, condos, hotels, resorts, business hotels as well, multi-gen, adult only, etc. Where is Los Cabos? On the upper right-hand corner, you'll see we're at the tip of the Baja Peninsula. The Baja Peninsula is divided into 2 states, and we are in the state of Baja California Sur. And down here, you'll see the airport. San Jose Del Cabo is the commercial airport, and the main cities, you'll see Cabo San Lucas and San Jose Del Cabo, along with the tourist corridor, Todos Santos and Cabo Pulmo. And to get to those places, say you're staying on the Pacific side or the Cabo San Lucas area or the corridor, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes for San Jose area, but 25 minutes to 30 to the corridor, 45 minutes or so to the Cabo San Lucas or Pacific side, and 45 minutes or 50 minutes to the East Cape, which is where Four Seasons is located. This is a map where you can see from about the 3-hour mark where it is in order to get to Los Cabos. So it's easily accessible. We have some new product coming to the destination. We have the Paradero, which opened in 2021 on the Pacific side, the Via Valencia in 2022 that just opened, or it's soft launching. Then we've got St. Regis on the Pacific side, the second Four Seasons in the corridor section, the Park Hyatt, Vedanta up in the East Cape area, and Amman also up in the East Cape area. So some new product coming to the destination. However, you still have that Baja vibe, which is a very nice vibe to have. It does not seem crowded at all. You still have that desert and mountain feel. One of the things I want to re-emphasize is that we are a very swimmable destination. We have at least 22 blue flag certified beaches, and the blue flag is this circle right here. And it's given in order of the beaches that meet a certain criteria: water quality, environmental education, the safety and accessibility, and the amenities there, a public restroom, and then also that it's public and swimmable. So all of these 22 beaches have been awarded the blue flag certification, and then those are all swimmable as well. We have 18 signature and celebrity designed golf courses in the destination, which makes us one of the, if not the top, golf destination in Latin America. On the Pacific side, you'll have amazing sunsets, beautiful beaches, some beautiful hotels, family friendly to adult only, and some gorgeous golf courses. In the Cabo San Lucas area, you'll see the iconic Arch at Land's End. This is the southernmost tip of the Baja Peninsula. On the left of the arch is the Sea of Cortez, and the right of the arch is the Pacific Ocean. So those two bodies of water come together right there at the world famous iconic arch right there. And tip, if you go to Los Cabos, I definitely recommend a sailing activity so you can see the arch up close, or a sailing activity, a sunset sail, when you could see the sunset land on the arch. It is extraordinary. But some marina, we have the Cabo San Lucas Marina, which hosts all of the, if not most of the outdoor activities where they depart from fishing, sailing, stand-up paddleboarding, etc. And then a lot of outdoor venue options. In the tourist corridor, this is between Cabo San Lucas and San Jose del Cabo. This is a 20-mile road that connects those micro destinations. And in that section, we've got some luxury resorts, activity providers, golf, and beautiful swimmable beaches. In the San Jose del Cabo area, this is our cultural hub of the destination, with a beautiful downtown San Jose area with gorgeous cobblestone streets, beautiful, colorful buildings, restaurants, boutique shops, and the mission of San Jose, which is a do not miss. Also on the lower right, we've got some activities like the Art Walk that happens November through June on Thursdays. Every Thursday, the streets close and pedestrians can walk during the Art Walk, which is the artists section, and they display their artwork, and there's lots of activities, food, wine, music. It's really nice. And then in the middle, you see we've got these incredible organic farm to table farms and restaurants. So you can have a beautiful lunch or dinner, farm to table style. You get a tour of the farm, you can pick some vegetables, you do a cooking class. It's one of my very favorites in the destination. And then up in the East Cape, as you can see, turquoise waters, white sand beaches, incredible area. This is protected. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Beautiful area, swim, snorkel, and then we have protections in place here. So there is a small fee to enter the Cabo Polmo State Park there, and that goes toward the environment and the keeping up in the area right there. Todos Santos around on the other side, on the Pacific side right here, is a magic town, Pueblo, Mexico. It's a great day trip. If you're staying in any of the areas in Los Cabos, I highly recommend a visit to Todos Santos. There's some farm to table restaurants and farms and beautiful buildings, colorful streets, and a lot of artisans and festivals too. The destination is sustainable. 42% of Baja California Sur is sustainable and naturally protected. We have these protections in place for the environment as far as flora and fauna, our whale sanctuaries, the sea lion colonies, the marine turtle protection, the biosphere reserve in Sierra de la Laguna, that's this a waterfall right there. Waterfalls in Los Cabos? Yes. Highly recommend. Cabo Polmo National Park, which I mentioned on the slide before. And then we do monitor for illegal fishing or things like that. Adventure in the Baja, you can experience incredible sights in the Baja. We have surfing on both the Sea of Cortez side and the Pacific side, and lots of activities to do, like zip lining and camel safari, which is part of a rescue program. Snorkeling and diving, incredible. I'd say this is like one of the most spectacular places in the world to dive. If you're a scuba diver or a snorkeler, we have 30% of the world's marine mammals in the Sea of Cortez. 30% of the entire world's marine mammals are in the Sea of Cortez. So if you scuba or snorkel, this is some of the magic that you will see underwater there. So it is incredible. And then hello to our organic farms. I can't even explain how amazing these organic farms are. Let's just say, whether or not you're a foodie, you're going to walk away being a foodie after a visit here. What you get is farm fresh produce. It is incredible, but just don't take it from me. Visit some of these farms and see what I'm talking about. These are pictures that either I've taken or friends have taken in the area. But as far as a foodie destination, yes, world-class restaurants. We have a brand new gastronomy district. We've got Michelin star chefs, Mexican cuisine, farm to table, fresh seafood. We also have kosher, gluten-free, vegan, and vegetarian options throughout the destination. Weddings, any type of wedding that you can imagine, on the beach, on a farm, on a boat, underwater. There's so many ways that you can be creative with weddings in Los Cabos. And I think I have seen some of the most amazing and spectacular weddings that the venues or the hotels or the event planners pull off. Is truly mind-boggling how they do this. The level of talent in the destination is amazing. So finally, some tips for traveling today. Just a reminder, take out your passport and look at the expiration date. Sometimes, I've heard more than one time people have gone to the airport and bam, their passport is expired. They haven't checked it. So just your reminder to check your passport validity. Passports are valid at the time to return to states, meaning in the past or before COVID, your passport had to be valid within 6 months of returning to the States when traveling to Mexico. Now they lifted that regulation. Your passport just has to be valid when you return to the States. COVID test is not required to enter Mexico. And now, as of June 12th at midnight, those traveling back to the US will no longer need a negative COVID test before their flight. So that is a very good thing. Masks are required in the destination only for inside areas. So we do have that in place still. And then resources for you, whether you're a travel industry or a consumer. It's a nice offering to look at our website. We've got arrival departure information, immigration forms, a customs declaration you can download and fill out in advance. We have a full industry section for our travel advisors and our industry, where you can order brochures, check on the health and safety measures in Los Cabos, get some itinerary ideas, download maps, swimmable beaches, hotel guides, golf courses, things like that. We have meetings, groups, golf, wedding sections, and a brand new Los Cabos Specialist program. We recently relaunched our new Los Cabos Specialist program in 2022. So if you were a Los Cabos Specialist in the past, this new one supersedes that, where you have access to fam trips and a lot of benefits for yourself and your clients. And it also gives you a certification and a badge to display in your signature on your email, as you can identify yourself as a Los Cabos Specialist. And then finally, connect with us on all of our social media platforms. Visit loscabos.travel, take our training certification, sign up for our newsletter, follow us on our social medias on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I cover our LinkedIn account, so join us over on LinkedIn at Los Cabos Tourism Board, and we'll see you over there. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time and your enthusiasm for learning more about Los Cabos. Bye-bye.
Oh, fantastic, Susie. Thank you. That was great.
Thank you.
That was great. I learned a lot, so thank you for that.
Good.
So many exciting things coming to the destination for sure.
Yes.
It sounds to me that a lot of that, as you said, included, some really great accommodations, many of which are luxury travel or luxury resorts and hotels. So yes, that's good. I also realized I learned the difference between the different regions. So that was good, because that's always like a mind-boggling thing for me. So yes, thank you for that.
Yes, absolutely. My pleasure.
Anytime. So folks, stay tuned for the next session. Please say hello to Susie in the chat, ask questions. She's around. She's going to stay around to answer some of those comments. Light the chat up, do what you need to do. With that being said, I will see myself or Kelly will see you in the next session. Thank you so much again, Perfect. Susie.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Take care. See you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.